Hello everyone and welcome to SAP ERP MM module tutorials. The topic for today's session is MM reports, and we are going to go through and learn about the various reports available in the SAP ERP system. This will include both the standard reports and the customized reports as well. These are the basic reports that are available in the system for MM module. First one is the PR report. The T code for the same is ME5A. Next is PO report. The T code for the same is ME2N. Bank guarantee report ZMM4032. Procurement to payment dashboard ZFI4024. That is the same dashboard we use for invoice parking. O&M budget usage report, that is FMRP_RW_BUTCON. Next one is stock on posting date, that is MB5P. Next is material document list, MB51. Display stock of material, MB52. Display vendor details, XK03. Stock overview, MMBE. Now there are two customized reports that are also in the printable form already that have been developed in the system. First one is ZMM4037. This is the PR report and it excludes NIT approval, tender approval, deleted and on hold PRs, which means it will show only the PRs which have consumed budget at a particular plant for a specific period of time. There is a filter of time as well where the user can select the date up to which from which date to what date they want to see the data regarding the PR. Same is the case with the PO report and the T code for the same is ZMM4038. And this report excludes STO, deleted and on hold POs. So we'll go through all the reports one by one. We'll see what different type of filters we can apply so to make our data more filtered. Also, there are many variants available in the system to make our filter data more user friendly. So we'll go through the reports one by one in the system. So the first report is the standard PR report. The T code for the same is ME5A. Here we can display the PR list using the plant code. We can filter the data using the document type. We can select the document type from here. Suppose we want to see only the service PR capital or only work PR capital or a combination of 2 or 3. We can use the item category filter, account assignment category filter, requisitioner. The user is asked to mention the requisition name while creating the PR. So the data can be filtered to the requisitioner name as well. Other options available are cost center and WBS element. Also, you can see there is an icon called dynamic selection. If you click on this icon, you will be provided with few options. Suppose I want to check the PRs created from a particular FP number. So the user can enter their respective FP number. The user can also take the list in a different range. They can add the date using this icon. If you want to see PR on a particular date, enter the date in the single value. If the user want to see in a range of date, the user can enter the date from here. Or in order to exclude a particular date or exclude a particular range, the user can do the same. Click on the adopt icon and then execute the report. So when we execute the report, the ME5A report is displayed in this manner. This is the PR number. This is the line item number corresponding to a PR. document type, the short text material, and the other data which has been entered in the PR. Also, if you scroll to the right, you will see a column called PO. If a PO has been created with reference to a PR, the same PO number will also be displayed here. For example, a PO this has been created with reference to the PR. In this case, the following column is blank. It means that no PO has been created till now. Also, there is an option to change the layout of the report. We can do the same by clicking on the icon Change Layout. The left side of the list shows the columns which are being already displayed in the report, and the right which are not being displayed. So we can use any of the column and make it displayed in the report. For that, select the column set release date and move it from right to the left column and enter. So now you will see one more column will be added to the report, that is the release date. Similarly, if you want to remove any set of column being displayed, we can do the same. For example, we don't want the fund center to be displayed. We can take the same from left column to the right one and enter. Now the same column will not be visible in the report. Also, we can download the report in Excel. For this, click on the local file item. Select the option Text with Tabs. Click on Continue. Select the destination where you want to save the report. Change the Save As type to Excel and give the name to the report. And then click on Generate. Now you can see we have received a message called downloaded. So the same report has been downloaded in the system with the name PR report. We can check the same. Now, since the Excel is downloaded in the raw form, make sure to edit. The extra columns and rows can be removed. Here, the report is now available in the Excel. Now we'll switch over to the next report. Now we'll go through the next report, that is the standard PO report. The T code for the same is ME2N. The initial window for this report is same as that of the PR report. We can select the plant code. Here you can see the two fields, incomplete and incompleteness. We can use these two fields to filter our report. Double click on incomplete select the equal to sign and select yes. Equal to and yes. If we select this option, the report will exclude all the POs which are on hold. And then we can also filter the same using the SAP ID. So then execute the PO. So this report will display all the POs created from the SAP ID, admin ID, which are not on hold. Means the PO is completely released. Similarly, we can change the layout of the report using the change layout option. We can add any option to the left, that is the displayed columns, or we can remove any column which we don't want to be displayed in our report. Next is the bank guarantee detail report. The T code for the same is ZMM4032. Here we can filter the data using the plant code, or if we want to check the bank guarantee details corresponding to a particular purchase order, we can enter the purchase order number as well. So all the purchase order in which bank guarantee details are maintained under plant code 1102 are being displayed. Now next is the procurement to payment dashboard, that is ZFI4024. This dashboard is used for parking of invoice and posting by the users. The same T code was displayed in the tutorial regarding the invoice parking as well. We can enter the purchase order number and execute. Here we can click here to see the service entry. If the invoice has been parked, we can see the invoice number as well. Now we'll switch over to the next report. That is the O&M budget usage report. The T code for the same is FMRP_RW_BUTCON. Here, such a window will appear. In the financial management area, we need to select 1000, that is for UGVNL. Budget category is to be selected as 9G, that is the commitment budget, and the fiscal year for which we need to see the report. Now we need to enter our plant code, our respective plant code, in the tab below fund center, that is the value 1102, and execute. Now this report will show the consumable budget, consumed budget, available amount and current budget under the plant code 1102. The division for the different heads is also shown. If we double click on the consumed budget, it will display all the details of purchase order, purchase requisition, invoice, wherever the budget has been consumed. So the report showing wherever the budget is consumed can also be obtained using this T code. Now the next report is stock on posting date. The T code for the same is MB5B. Now such a screen will appear. Now We can see the stock as on date for a particular material number by entering the material number, or we can take out the list for the whole plant code. The option here, stock type, storage location, valuated stock or special stock. Storage location will show the stock or the quantity maintained for all the items, irrespective of their asset or spare or consumable. Valuated stock will exclude the asset items, and special stock will display only the special project stock quantity. In the settings tab, we need to select the total only non-hierarchy representation always. So click on execute. Such a report will be available: opening stock, total receipt quantity, total issue and closing stock. We can change the layout of this report using, we can add the plant description, we can add the material description as well. Now you'll see the plant description and the material description corresponding to every material code is available. The same report can be taken out for a particular period of time as well. For example, we want to see the report for the 20 and 21 financial year only. So we can mention the date range and execute. So the report will display the data from 1st April 2020 to 31st April 21. Again, you can add the material description to the left column and copy. So the material description will also be visible. The next report is stock overview. The T code for the same is MMVE. Now here we need to enter the material code number, for which we want to see the stock as on date. Click on the execute button. Now this item 410000192, the total quantity available is 1 in UJVN, that is available in the plant code 1102 in the substore IT2 with the valuation type new. This is the further clarification of the quantity available. The total quantity available is 1. We always need to check the unrestricted use column for the quantity available. Now the next report is to display the stock material. The T code for the same is MD52. Always make sure that non-hierarchy representation is selected. We can filter the data using the storage location as well, like we can filter the data for substore or central store. Here we are going to display the data for central store only. Now click on the execute button. Now it will display the warehouse stock of all materials. Along with their value. The same data can be filtered for a substore as well. Like we can filter the data for a particular substore. Now it will display the list of warehouse stock only for the storage location IT-2. Now the next report is the customized PR report, that is ZMM4037. As we have Seen in the PR and PO tutorial as well, it can be filtered using the purchase requisition date as well. There are two options available. One is the report form and other is the print form. This report will display all the PRs excluding the NIT, tender approval, on hold and deleted PRs. Means all the PRs which have consumed the budget during the financial year of 2021. This report also shows the PR count. It means we can get the data of how many PRs were created. That is 129 total PR were created for this amount in the plant code 1102. If you want to take the printout of the same, we can click on the ILV print form and execute. You can see the total number of PR 129 has been displayed here. Similarly, the other report is the customized PR report. The T code for the same is ZMM4038. This will include all the STOs, on-hold POs and the POs which have been deleted. This report also shows the number of POs, that is the PO count created. As we scroll, we can see 140 POs were created during the mentioned time. Also, the total values of the POs can be calculated here. Similarly, if we want the same report in print form, we can get the same, along with the total number of POs. Now the next is to display the vendor details. All the users can display or check if a vendor code is already created in the system or not using the T code XK03. Now such a screen will appear. Click on the box. Select the option A, that is vendor general. Now if we know the name of the vendor, we can search the same in this way. Shift star again star and then click on enter. It is mandatory to use star as prefix and suffix of the name because it might be available in the system with a full name or a different name. There might be some variation in the vendor name. So always use star as prefix and suffix and then click on enter. So any vendor available in the system with the same name will appear. Similarly, if the user has the GST of the vendor, then they can display or search for a vendor using the GST number as well. Again, click on the icon, select the T option, that is vendors by tax information. Now type the GSTIN number in the tab tax number 3 only. Now enter the GSTN number in this tab. Here the user doesn't need to use the asterisk mark. Now click on enter. The vendor for which the same GSTIN has been maintained will be displayed. You can see this is the GSTN number and this is the vendor. Now select the vendor. Now if you want to display all the details regarding the vendor, enter 1000 in company code as well as the purchase code. You can select or deselect these tabs using this option. This is to deselect and this is to select, and then press enter. So all the details regarding the vendor will be displayed here. You can move to the next page from next screen icon. The PAN of the vendor can be displayed from CIN details. Click on withholding tax. You can see the PAN number maintained. Now back and next screen. So all the details maintained for the vendor can be seen from this T code. So that will be all for this session. Thank you.